it's Debbie with the Pick and Coop Farmstead coming at you this morning, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and plant up my brassicas because I was looking at my garden journal and I planted them in early February indoors, and I had the best brassica garden ever had the aphids not have gotten to it. So what I'm going to do is plant those along, so that includes like kohlrabi, Chinese cabbage, pak choy, rutabagas, a couple different kinds of kohlrabi, cauliflower, cabbage. Those are all considered brassicas. So again, let me show you. I've got this big like Rubbermaid tote tray. I use this for a bottom waterer because I don't have the tote that goes to it anymore. You're gonna have to have your soil damp. I fill up my bucket. This was left over from yesterday. It was still pretty damp. I went out and I had to get some more Solo cups. I washed them in hot water, and sometimes I'll spray vinegar in there, let them sit and rinse, but this morning I did not. Hopefully I don't regret that. I am out of plant stakes, identifier stakes, so I have this old yogurt cup. I save these. I don't save the lids, but I save these. I learned this a long time ago off of something, and this is what I normally only use, but I happen to have those other plant markers I got from somewhere. So you're just going to cut up the size. I don't measure anything. I just eyeball it, and I have this great pair instead of kitchen scissors. These are bandage scissors. I got them at a yard sale for like $3, and these things are so strong, they cut everything. It's crazy. So I just cut up the sides, and then I will cut the bottom off. First one's kind of hard because you got to get in there. And I mean, they're free. If you buy yogurt or cottage cheese and I buy it in the big tall tubs, sour cream, any of that kind of stuff. Then I just toss this part. I haven't found a use for that yet. And then you have all of these plant stakes. Super simple. We're going to keep using Ferns of Hummingbird Farms method of the pencil. I like it too because it's much more narrow, and you can actually write more things on it. So let's see. So the first one is going to be rutabaga. It's purple top rutabaga. So I'm going to put purple. And yes, you can plant root vegetables. I would say with the exception of carrots and maybe parsnips, those have to go directly in the ground. They don't like to be messed with. Purple top rutabaga. And these were delicious. I picked them kind of young, about, I would say maybe a tennis ball size, and then I roasted them in the oven. Holy monkeys, were they good. Hubby didn't really like them. He likes, the only thing out of this type of family he likes is radish. But I like turnips. I grew up on turnips. These are kind of like a turnip, only not, I don't think, as spicy. All right, so I'm probably going to plant maybe 4 of these. I have a couple different types of rutabagas. These would probably do good if you could succession sow them, meaning like plant some now and then maybe plant some a week or 2 later, and just keep doing that. And see how this packing tape, or I keep calling it packing tape, well, carpenter's tape, packing tape, painter's tape, comes right off the package. Sometimes it will tear it a little bit, but it works generally really, really well. Okay, so these you can direct sow as soon as the soil is workable. So it doesn't really have to be a certain temperature. Then they're tiny, tiny little seeds. So they barely sit on the surface of the soil. So I don't know how many seeds I got here. Let's do 1, 2, and you're gonna You're gonna pot these up when they get big enough. They'll get their true leaves. I probably have like maybe 6 in here. All right, so that one is done. Woot woot. All right, so I'm gonna get a new piece of tape, tape that up because I don't trust the old one. I'm gonna save these out so I can put them, these are M.I. Gardner. And I have always had, I would say, if not 100%, 99% germination with M.I. Gardner seeds. They're wonderful. And then I'm going to go through all of these. I'll show them to you. I'm not going to make you watch me plant them all. Pak choy is the same as bok choy. I love this stuff. It makes great stir fries. I dry it and put it in my own vitamin mineral mix, the leaves. I do wraps with it. These are redwood Chinese cabbage. These grow super easy and they're delicious. I put them in my salads, stir fries, and lettuce wraps. I do have some Livingston. My sister gave me this huge bag of these old seeds she got from somewhere. And don't ever throw your seeds away, by the way, if they happen to, let me see where I can see you. I'm sorry. Have an expiration date on them because they are still, some seeds don't germinate as much if you go too much past the germination rate, but how are you going to know unless you plant them? Never ever throw seeds away. This is early purple Vienna kohlrabi. These grow really good. They're delicious. M.I. Gardner, I have some purple Vienna. So I have 2 types of purple Vienna. So I'm probably going to save these M.I. Gardner seeds and then I'm going to plant the ones that I already have open. So I'm going to put these somewhere else. There we go. Last year I planted, I can never get the cauliflower. I think I started getting heads and that's about the time that the dang aphids hit and they chewed them up. The plants grow great, so I probably should have planted these earlier. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't. These are just the Dollar Tree, 4 for $1.25. They are called Snowball X. So those are going to be planted. These seeds, I'm not sure where I got them. Organic. It says Cabbage Golden Acre. These might have been in the ones my sister gave me. And I actually got cabbage heads last year. That's never happened for me. These are Siskiyou seeds. And this is that great company that I bought seeds from. This is what I bought last year at the Homesteader Convention in Idaho. This is a red cabbage. I didn't have these in time to plant last year, so I have them in my winter garden out there, but I don't know what's going to happen with that. I have to go look at it today. The plants are growing. They might not be now. We've had some really, really bad freezes, so I'm going to see what it looks like. This is Steve's Select Tender Early Broccoli, so those are going to go planted today. Last year, I grew these redwood seeds, and I can't tell which kind of broccoli they are because I got the tape over it. It is really, these worked really, really well. It might be the same one here. Oh, this is Tender Early Green Broccoli. So that's the same as this other one. So I'm going to save those from Siskiyou Seed. Same variety anyways. And I'll just use them about because they're open already. And then this year I bought from her some Solstice broccoli. I know that the early broccoli did really well. We were eating off that broccoli. Those plants got like 4 feet tall. It was crazy. I just kept picking them and more kept coming. Delicious, by the way. Black Magic Kale. Kale is also a brassica. And that's from M.I. Gardner. Never planted that before. I've planted dinosaur kale before, and it kind of looks a lot like that. This Siberian kale is very prolific. I grew that. I use a lot of the kale leaves for stir fries. I've made kale chips. If you get it when it's sweet and not bitter or anything, it's good in salads. I put it in my vitamin mix. I dry it and I crush everything up and put it together. I use beet leaves, all kinds of stuff for a multi-mineral vitamin mix, which I think I might have done a video on that. Borage. I had borage to plant later. This is very medicinal. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to look it up for you to see what it does. But this also helps, I believe, keep aphids away. I think I just learned that at Fern's class. So I'm excited about that. But that was on my list to grow. So that needs to be going now. Then I had these little bunching onions. I thought I'd plant those. And tomatillos take a little bit longer. I have a purple variety I grew last year. These are ground pineapple tomatillos, ground cherries. These are wonderful. I'm going to grow these. I don't know what happened last year. I killed them or something happened. And so Fern, on her birthday, when I was doing a show, she brought me, I think like 6 little pineapple tomatillo plants, and boy were they good. I'm excited. I'll probably have a lot of volunteers out there because a lot fell on the ground. So I want to start these too because they do take longer. And I found another eggplant. It's called Oswald, and these grew really well last year, and then until the aphids got the dang things. So I'm going to do it again. Hopefully there won't be as many this year, but when they come out, they come out. So there's certain sprays and things you can use. I used like a dish soap. I think there might have been peroxide. And by the time I got to them, the leaves were pretty well gone. And I guess there's a guy, it's called Luna's Nursery in Palisadro. He told me they love eggplants. That's one of the first things they go for because the leaves are super, super sweet. So they sure did. They didn't touch anything else for a while till they eventually killed my eggplant. So these are the things I'm going to plant today. I'm not going to make you, like I said, watch all of that, but I am going to go and get that done, then we'll be back. Oops, hold on a minute. All right, I'm down to the last 3. And what you want to do is you want to mist these really, really well. And if you didn't watch my video from yesterday, my friend Fern over at Hummingbird Farms, she fills up one of those big pressure, it's like a gallon. You mix stuff in it, you can spray your garden. I have one. You pump it up, has a little hose, and it has a locking handle. And when you're spraying your seedlings, I mean, when you get as many as we get, she does like 5, probably 10 times more than myself. Your little hand gets a little tired, pumping everything. So I'm going to grab another one. They're like $10 or $12 at Home Depot. Any hardware store has them. Because I have one that I bought last year just to do my worm compost tea that I do. So if I have another one for watering, that's perfect for seedlings. It's a cheap fix. Excuse me, it saves your arm, and you can adjust the spray as well and spray a lot more at one time. So anyways, these are all the seeds that I planted today. I've got these in here because I'm going to write them down in my garden journal. Another thing I forgot to tell you, and I kind of forgot to do it because I'm like, ooh, I'm getting low on this. Ooh, I'm getting low on that. This is an excellent, excellent time. Save yourself headache later because you're actually opening up your seed packets, and some of these tiny seeds you can't really tell how many's in there. So that way you start yourself a list. Oh, I'm going to need some more cabbage seeds or onions or whatever you're getting low on. And I mean, you can plan on collecting seeds from what you're growing, of course. That's a whole nother episode, but that's super easy to do, and I do that a lot as well. But sometimes stuff happens, and like I can't get onions to grow. So this year is the year I'm going to actually get onions. So I'm being optimistic. I'm very excited about that. But if I don't again, I'm not going to stop from growing them, but I'll need more onion seed. And I go through onion seed quite a bit. The birds really like them. Once I plant them out in the garden, they're just tall, little thin starts. man, they just pluck them right out of the dirt. I actually saw them. I thought, man, do I have ants? What is it? It's the dang birds. They like onions. Who knew? Okay, so that's pretty much all I have for you. I am going to grab my camera. There we go. And turn this around. Hold on. Okay, so this is an old roasting pan. I showed that to you before. This thing is full of seedlings. These ones are the first ones I planted. Second wave is over here. This is an old tray, watering tray. That's not quite full yet. I'm going to add those 3 seedlings. Let me grab them. Or seeds, not seedlings. They're not there yet. And I'm going to add these to this tray so I don't... Hang on. There we go. So I have all of my seedling trays that I have so far filled up. There's only one that's actually a seedling tray, and it's this green one we got at a yard sale. And somebody stepped on it and cracked it, so it's not long for this world as far as the seed tray goes. This is a Rubbermaid Starlight thing I got from a yard sale or thrift store. Lady gave it to me because I bought a bunch of jars. Old roasting pan. This guy right here is just an old Rubbermaid tote. It works good for potting things in the house so I don't make such a big mess. I had seedlings in it last year, but these guys are raised, and so unless I put something over the top of that, which I think I might for next time, I go to the Dollar Tree and I buy, I'll show you these, grab some here, these cookie sheets. So I thought, you know what, I wonder if those will fit down in there. And of course they don't. But I have bigger cookie sheets, so I don't know. I can utilize, these cookie sheets are great, and then I use the foil disposable roasting pans, and I put them on these. So anything that's cheap and easy. Let's see. So I'm going to keep all my stuff together. Next video, my sister and I bought a bunch of organic ginger. So I'm going to be planting that, but we'll save that for another time. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. I hope the sun is shining where you are. My goal today is to go outside. I've got the gas weed eater. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can weed eat around the front perimeter of my garden where the gate is. The goal is to do that, and then when it's dry enough, I'm going to kind of rototill on both sides of the gate. That's where my beautiful elderberries are going to go. Oh, let me show you those. Look at these beauties. My friend Shay gave me these. These are cuttings off of hers. There's like 2 or 3 different varieties. So I have these ones, and let me grab the other ones. There we go. So I finally have elderberries. So my goal is to put elderberries on both sides of my, I'll have to leave room in the middle for a walkway, is to plant these. I have 2 more beds that I'm going to be putting in. They're the 12 by 4s. One is made almost, and the other one needs to be made. But that'll still give me plenty of room to have a big row of these, as well as I want to get blueberries. That's my next goal. So, okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're happy, safe, and healthy, and pray for all those who are not. Have a great day. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching.